All right. How is everybody? How many people we have in the house? I'm kind of using a strange view here. Ah, there we go. A little better. Who we have in here? Dan E. Boyd, NSB Custom, Robert Barrows. You like my change of scenery here? Here in the truck shop with Cory. You guys will recognize him if you just watched the premiere of his Derby car there. It's different from my studio. So I've got my computer here, got the monitor there, and got the camera there. So I'm looking like I don't know where I am in here, but
we're kind of all over the place right now, yeah.
The orange tag followed you, yes. So if you watched the premiere, you saw that beautiful hand-lettered Derby car, which was lettered by Helga. And this was lettered by Helga special for this live. 62 days to go. What's going on, Travis? By the way, Travis, I was tied down with something when you did your live, but I heard about it, and very good job. Liked how you handled it. Good stuff, man. NSB's in here. Robert, by the way, he's restoring a Dodge truck. One before they went to the Cummins looking, you know, the big rig style front end, like 93 down.
So it's basically what everybody calls a first gen
body style.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful. I wish he'd get content on his channel. He'll send me pictures of it. It looks great. Dude Mopar. Oh, now Dude Mopar, he is bringing the heat to the No Name Nationals. He's got a fast car.
What's he got?
It's a 60s Dart. Runs in the 8s.
So needless to say, he's got a big motor and under the hood.
He got some motivation. Smacky, Bad Tree Blake. And by the way, I know it's early, but I believe Bad Tree's got a premiere at 9 Central, 10 Eastern. So don't forget that. Blake will pop up the link. If he doesn't, I'll try to remind you. Buff's Garage, Dean, Dakota, Lunar.
Not bringing that one.
Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, whatever he brings is fast. When I think of him, I think about that Dart. Andrew Nelson, Niblack 57 in the house. I want Cory to meet some of these characters. By the way, that Andrew Nelson, he's got a fleet of fast cars. He has a 74 Datsun stretched 16 inches in the front end. Runs a 4200 Chevy 6-cylinder inline 6 with twin turbos.
So he doubled the wheelbase on it.
Yeah. It looks like a Datsun funny car, and it's going to be fast. I don't know how it can. Punisher Le Mans, Street Fox 3047. Street Fox lives real close to us, by the way.
Does it?
He just lives, you know, between Christiansburg and Blacksburg.
Okay.
Yeah. And yet I've never met him. I want to meet Street Fox someday. We crossed paths real close, but I just haven't run into him yet. J-Bo. Wild Rose Garage there. He is bringing what year's that thing known, like a 60? Is it a 60? It's a Studebaker Lark with a 455 Oldsmobile.
I had a buddy of mine I worked with at Volvo one time. He was infatuated with Oldsmobile and Pontiac big block motors. So
yeah. Mopar Den, Sean Fat Tire Guy Thomas. He found us at Carlisle. Nice guy. Georgia area. That's a 60 Lark. Yeah, I knew it was something close. Punisher Le Mans, you're closing in on your 500 subscribers. Boy, that's going over better than we could ever have expected. The No Name 500, these guys getting 500 subs. 29 of them have gotten their 500 subscribers and more to come.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
They are throwing down. They're working hard for it. That turned out to be way better than we ever thought it would. We really thought that would be just like an administrative thing, and it's become its own class.
So have you like done a video like explaining y'all's thoughts behind this whole thing?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. That's what we do on the lives. So every other week I do them with Dallas, and last week I did the live with Dallas on Friday, and next weekend I'm doing the live with Dallas on Friday. But tonight we're here because we debuted the Derby car video, and we have Cory. So now we got a full house in here. This is Cory Hubbard. So if you watched the premiere, you saw him, and we thought, well, you know what's better? We'll go ahead and premiere the Derby car video and have him on the live, so that you guys can tell him all the stuff he did wrong, because he really wants to hear about it.
Yeah, so if y'all see me looking back and forth, it's not because my eyes are going across. It's because I'm trying to watch the monitor because I can see it. John's cheating by looking off his laptop, and I'm having to look at a camera, his laptop, and over here. So I'm back and forth a little bit.
Well, see, this is the thing I can do though. I can highlight them, put them up like that.
Okay.
Punisher Le Mans 383. See, Punisher Le Mans, he signed up late, and just boom, he went after it. He's soaring. So, to me, I've learned one thing. It doesn't matter when they signed up. You can come out of nowhere and get those subscribers.
So how many people do you have signed up for this now?
Oh, gosh. We have a bunch of channels. We have 65 no-name 500 channels alone.
Wow.
29 of which have made it. We've got new registrations every day, every other day, something like that. And that's just, at the very beginning, we got a pile at one time. We got them trickled in through the summer, and now they're picking back up because we're getting closer to time. We're 62 days out. You have 61 days, 3 hours, 53 minutes and change until the No-Name Nationals. And for those of you just getting here, this nice custom number 62, this matches the lettering on the C.D. Hubbard Demo Derby car.
Yep.
Custom made.
Well,
By Helga Pataki.
Well, I was lettering it, and then I got the paintbrush jerked out of my hand because I wasn't doing a good enough job. So.
See, well, she's right.
So you can see part of it's my handiwork,
Yeah.
some of it's not. So.
Colleen Tebow in the house. How's it going? Dust Devil Garage, you like the custom 62? Just for you, man. We don't leave home without it. Dust Devil Brian, what do you think? These guys got that build done in 15 days and took it to the Derby with wet paint. Yeah, Travis went from 150 to 1.12 subs because of the No-Name Nationals. No, Travis, you went from 150 to 1,120 because of your work. The No-Name Nationals just said, hey guys, check out what Travis is doing. If your work sucked, you wouldn't have gotten anything from it. Your work got you the subs. We just told people, brought to their attention that they need to check your channel out.
Yeah, Dakota, yeah, the sticky paint was kind of an advantage, and it stuck it right on the wall.
Danny Boyd, doing is greater than dreaming. Well, let me tell you, there's a whole lot of people with buildings full of stuff they're going to do one of these days. My calendar doesn't have one of these days on it. And every day it has one less day left on the roll.
So,
Dust Devil's feeling good. Spent the time in the shop today. Good, man. Was the sticky paint an advantage, Dakota wants
well,
to
that's what I just commented back. I told him that, yeah, it done real good. It stuck it right on the wall, so.
Yeah, it stuck it. I was hoping somebody'd knock him free.
I think he had some buddies out there, but they wouldn't.
So just to fill Cory in, because Cory doesn't watch this as religiously as some of us do, Barrows Garage, he started work. He had 50 subscribers, 50-ish subscribers in January.
Wow. Okay.
And he goes out in the dead of winter and is working on these old Fords, like dragging them in the garage with a tractor when it's 10 degrees outside in Idaho, right?
Wow.
That guy has built his channel. We're about tied now. He's about 2,200 subscribers in 6 months.
Done a good job.
Yeah. Yes. I'm happy. I want to see how many No-Name 500 guys can pass me by the time of the event. And I know Barrows will. He's right on course to do it. And White Trash Motorsports Sam already has. So I'm thrilled. Yeah, you should check out what some of these guys are building. Buck does it. There's another one that signed up later in the contest and just took off. He's going to get his 5. JB's Little Shop, he might use every day of it, but he's going to get there. JB is almost at 400, and he has scrapped and clawed for every one of them. There's nobody that's not pulling for JB. Bad Tree says he's waiting on stuff. 3 steps forward and 2 back. Bad Tree Productions, they blew up the engine in their Nacho Barracuda. They have a 67 notchback Barracuda and blew up the 360 in April. Just blew through the water jacket and everything else. And they have turned it around and almost got that car rebuilt. So glad it happened in April if it was going to happen at all, right?
Right.
Irish Outlaw Garage, there you go. Guy has a 68 Pontiac hearse ambulance. We wanted to put that in the burnout contest. Yeah, but I'll tell you what, the Bad Tree guys have rallied and done it. RC Industries wants to drive it to site. Yeah, I got an email from you. I haven't got a chance to read it. It's been that kind of day, RC Industry. Oh, Barrows Garage got his passport. All right. Yes, if you're going to break down, please break down closer than farther, but we will help him any way we can. He's coming from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. He has to drive 6 hours south just to get to the United States.
Maybe he can bring a big truck and trailer and he can haul some truck parts now.
He is a long hauler. And he has an incredible work ethic and he knows lots of cool stuff. I'm really excited to have him as part of the No Name Nationals. Junk Car Willie. Junk Car Willie's another warrior. He started with nothing. He's got well over 1,000, like 1,200 subscribers now, just from pure hard work and going after it. We have a lot of guys that have just become superstars this spring, working on their subscribers. I just love it.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, Barrows Garage is at 22.8. Yeah, you're real close, man. In fact, if you and I went live and did a sub drive for you, you'd pass me on my own live. That'd be funny. Yeah, see, look at that. See, Irish Outlaw says, what orange sign? I see nothing. That's there for you, man. 62 days. The clock and the calendar wait for no one. Oh, yeah, Junk Car was 1630. He jumped up. He was at 1200 last time I looked. Wow. 1630. That's impressive, man. Really, it is. Did all that this year, too.
Wow.
All of that's in spring. Does it all with a phone and hard work and just going out here and filming all this stuff that's just laid up in the weeds, junkyards.
It's like this video that you done for us. It's, you know, it took, what was it, spanned over 3 days, 4 days, 5
It
days?
takes time. Yeah.
And then all the editing and everything to get a, 53 minute video out of it.
Yeah, but that's the way it works.
Right.
Well, look at how long did you run the Derby car and how much work went into running it on the track. Dudes with Wrenches is a Silverant. Dudes with Wrenches, I don't believe he's registered yet. He didn't register for the No Name 500. He sure should have. I think it can be done in 62 days. Absolutely. Well, their team proves what you can do in 15. Think what you can do in 62. Okay, finally we have a truck question. Danny Boyd asks, are them super singles on that Kenworth?
These are not really. We just call these float tires. These are 385s. Most all of our trucks are on them. Super singles actually like a 455 is what they call them on the rear. So they're getting there. We're not quite there yet.
I lost sound. Travis, it looks like everybody else could hear us. Can you guys hear us? I would think we're running off the Brio mic. It ought to be fine. I mean, I'm sure that 50 people would have told us that they can't hear us if we didn't have sound. Yeah, that's a you problem, Travis. So I figured. Hey, Zero's from California, checking in from the opposite coast. Yeah, see, Punisher Lamont was going to say 385s or 425s. Yeah, see, you got all these people verifying the sound.
Yeah, I don't know who just talked. I was trying to follow along, but somebody just talked about the heads. I don't really want to talk about this motor behind us. This thing has been an absolute nightmare. I've owned this truck for 6 years, 7 years. 60 grand later, it still finds its way in the shop every so often. So
My Aunt Nancy's in here. Aunt Nancy, we are making plans. We'll come see you soon and help you pack. What do you guys think? You want to see more of Aunt Nancy on my channel? We're trying to get her to move up here. She's this close. If we can get her to move up here, you can see her on the channel more often. More videos with Aunt Nancy.
Punisher Garage, we still change them. I'd rather change the big tires than I would the smaller 22.5 tires, so I feel your pain. Dan Boyd, I got cats and Cummins. We run about everything, and ain't nothing bulletproof, I'll tell you that. There's always something that'll make you rack your brain a little bit.
Buff, you know how cool my Aunt Nancy is? You know what she did for her 80th birthday? She took a Milwaukee angle grinder and took an eagle off the hood of my van. Tell me my aunt's not cool. Okay?
Oh, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Nope.
She can help her story.
Oh yeah, she's extremely capable. She's legendary. She moved an upright electric organ from upstairs to downstairs in a split foyer house by herself. I mean, she does this kind of stuff. So yeah. Yeah, she's giving me the thumbs up. I do. I have the coolest aunt. I really do. I really do. Yeah, she was wheeling around in her van like she never got out of it.
Yeah, Dan, one of my first driving jobs, I got my CDL when I was 18. GMC Brigadier with a silver 92 Detroit in it. Funny story about that was, here again, I was 18. I didn't really know a whole lot about trucks then, and I fired the truck up that morning and dropped my cell phone. And of course, the cell phone then was as big as a brick, and it hit the ground, and I went to pick it up, and you know, it took a little more effort, and I looked underneath the truck, and it's just sort of just puking oil out of it, and that's when I figured out that was perfectly okay for Detroit.
You know, what will make a good live? Cory and I go way back. We know all kinds of funny misadventures, from picking up a hydraulic hose at 1 in the morning, to buying the derby car that didn't happen, to all kinds of fun stuff. If they had YouTube and we were doing some of that stuff, that would have been so much fun. Can you imagine the video we could have made over that hydraulic hose? I'd have gotten demonetized for that.
Yeah, probably one of us would have had a mug shot that night.
Yeah, see, I'm out of my element working on stuff like this. It's cool, but I just, you know.
Yes, that is a drop. Oh, yes, I will go along with that. That's what they are.
Miss Dude Mopar is in the house. See, they're talking diesel. It's just like they switched over to Chinese to me. It's just a whole different world. 6V53, that's like part of a password that you auto-generate. That doesn't mean anything to me.
Those things make some noise.
Sean Fat Tire Guy Thomas says, how's the van doing? The van has an annoying little exhaust leak. And one of two things has to happen. Either I have to shimmy under that thing with those low running boards on it and fix it myself. The guy that did my exhaust for years, he just retired. I'd certainly give it to him. Or I could try to bribe Cory into let me pull it on his lift so I can do it standing upright. That would be really ideal. Because there's just a little section that's just completely gone between the catalytic converter and the muffler. And all I got to do is just cut it flat and stick it these 2 1/4 and zip it.
You still running a catalytic converter?
Yeah, it hadn't come off yet.
Just put your man card down right there.
Oh, well, listen, man. let me tell you something. I have never installed a catalytic converter, okay? I've run them. I've removed them. I've never installed one. And when the catalytic converter goes on that van,
that's fun.
He saw the van at Carlisle. Street Box, were you at Carlisle? Did you go to Carlisle? If not, why don't you walk up? I know Unfinished Project was there playing cat and mouse with us. We had a sighting of him. Yeah, the Charger burnout. It was lame. We're going to have a way better burnout contest at the No Name Nationals. We're going to show them how it's done. What is a good doobie car? Are you talking about a derby car?
Yeah.
Large tank or smaller car? Well, I'll tell you, the derbies have banned the AMCs, so people don't run these little Gremlins and Pacers and stuff. And I'm glad for that because I don't want those cars getting trashed, but those are tanks.
See, Barrows Garage, yeah, he's up on his detours. He knows what's going on.
Yeah, Wild Rose is slick. He knows a lot of stuff. His engine, I'll show you a picture of his engine. He likes to plumb all of his gauges under the hood. It looks like a boiler room on top of his engine. He has his oil pressure, his water temperature, and everything plumbed in where you can see it when you raise the hood.
Sweet.
I think that's pretty neat. Oh, and the engine's gold. It's gold instead of Studebaker. It's a really neat car.
Huh. I used to drive.
See, you should come out to the No Name Nationals and you meet a lot of these guys in the chat. They are coming to the No Name Nationals.
Ari?
Yeah, Ari. Yeah, he's got a 1960 Chevy Apache pickup.
Interesting note about that. That was actually my first pickup truck when I was 15.
Really?
Yep, teal green in color.
When are we going to do a video on your, what is that, a 70? What year's that?
Yeah, my 70.
When are we going to do a video on that?
That's another discussion. Parts of it was over there at the other shop.
Now he got gone into Cheech and Chong. Yeah, Bad Tree, Class A CDL at 14. Yeah, I forgot about that. That's right. Dakota's timeout. Dakota, it's up to you tonight if you want a timeout. If you do, please request your time of timeout with Blake there. Street Fox wants to go back to Carlisle mixed cars. The only time I've been is for Chrysler's at Carlisle. It's only 3 times I've ever been to Pennsylvania. Chrysler's at Carlisle, and I guess I'll do it again next year. It was fun. I'll take mine here in a few. Okay, well just process your request for timeout there with Blake. I've got the comments extra large on here because I wasn't sure how close to my computer I would be. It's a cloned monitor, so we've got it over there. Did you time out Buck there, Blake? All right. Chatting about all their various stuff. All right. So what do you think about the Derby experience?
It's like any other motorsport. You have your buddies that are, you're in the clique, and you kind of, if you looked around the pits, you could see the different cliques that were around there. John really didn't show it, but there was actually another tow guy that, most people think that, oh God, there's another record company and Flip the Bird and sling J hooks at each other. But, for the most part, we kind of get along with everybody. And, the Derby experience is different.
DCT, you can see him in the fast footage.
Yeah.
They're there.
He's there. And actually
he's helping you put the hood on.
Yes, we put the hood on the car, yeah. And so some of this, we're sitting there talking about record stuff that's going on here local and stuff like that. So, the biggest thing that got me about it was, and here again, I'm not knocking nobody, was like, everybody kept saying, you're running a big class, you're not bringing enough firepower to the action, we're not really worried about your car. And I get it, but I was really astonished that they really didn't check the cars over no better than what they did, and especially with me coming out of the truck pulling world, and I've seen people judge antique tractors. I've seen tech at antique tractor pulls be more than what that was. So, but overall, everybody had fun. I obviously didn't drive it. I just, he wanted to be in it. He wanted to drive it, and there we go.
Good choice. 65 Imperial, yeah, that's a dream derby car, but man, I'd hate anybody to destroy one of those nowadays. 65 Imperial, I think Steve Maggs just did an Imperial video. He mentions that was the last body on frame Imperial before they went to a unibody.
Actually, there is a whole derby that is kind of centered towards Imperials.
I'm sure there is. There's people who destroy anything.
Oh, you can tell me nothing.
Yeah. Chain the hood, Danny Boy. These have studs. Those are what, 3/4 or 5/8 studs that hold the hood on in that car?
Yeah, yeah. Farm tractors are serious business.
Yep. Yeah. How many?
Well, we actually thinned the herd out there. We're going to rebuild that new shop. So
How many tractors do you have here at Peak?
we're probably what,
20?
30-ish.
30 tractors on this property.
So, that's how I got started. We started tractor pulling, and then we went up from there to truck pulling. And
Wild Rose, I love antique tractor pulls, runs a 48 Oliver 77 gas.
Olivers around here or anywhere else, if you do anything to them, they are hard to beat. So, a little bit of tinkering on them, then things were serious.
Road tractors are my favorite. Danny Boyd there.
One of my favorites, which we're beside a T800 tonight. I'm a big Mack guy. We actually went to Bowling Green. Sorry, we went to Bowling Green, Kentucky, and picked up my last Superliner I just bought. So.
As long as I've known you, you've taken off on these crazy road trips to go pick stuff up at any crazy hour with no notice, anything. That's just...
No, we rolled out of here on that morning. I think was that evening, morning, wasn't it? Evening? I don't remember. Anyways, we rolled out of here, went and picked that truck up. Yep. All about some Superliners. That one was actually my first V8 Mack that I've ever owned. It's an E9 500, factory 500, which I've got four or five Superliners here, which my very first record was actually a Superliner with a 350 in. It's pretty cool how everybody, like you say something, everybody kind of knows what you're talking about. It's pretty cool.
It's interesting watching this chat because these people know a lot more about trucks than I do. It's just not. They're cool. I mean, just not anything I know anything about.
So, yeah, the V8. That's kind of what I always, I guess, perked my interest in on the V8s is how they sounded. So, you definitely hear a V8 Mack pull out from a red light. You know what it is. I mean, there ain't no misjudging that.
What's this truck that you got parted out up here? It's up here in front of the...
Oh, that was a red Mack wrecker. That was my second heavy. We're refurbing it. The bedsides, and I'm pretty sure you got it in some of the Derby videos. The bedsides are actually over at the other shop.
Oh, that's what's over there in the paint shop.
Yep. So we're getting ready to put that truck back together.
Okay. Very cool. So what the place you probably would recognize Cory best from is he's always got two phones and they're always ringing. But where you'll recognize him is when trucks go off the rails, go over the sides of the interstate, big truck wrecks, they clean them up. Pretty much Pulaski County, wire to wire, anything in there.
Yep. And then there's also, we do a lot of off the road kind of stuff.
Cletus, what's going on, man? Glad you're in here. And what's we got right here? Alice WD-45 is my enemy at the pools. They have power for their size.
There used to be a lot of Alice guys around here, and really the WD-45s have really fallen off. The biggest thing around here is everybody's running internationals, farm malls and stuff like that. I'm a big John Deere guy, but I actually want a tractor. My first tractor was a Farmall A, and then a tractor I've always wanted was a 560 diesel narrow front. And I found a buddy of mine had one he wanted to let go of, pretty decent deal. And so 560 diesels with the TA on them, they're pretty hard to mess with. So.
Nolan also, he has a dog that does sled pulling. He's retired from it now. He has a pit bull. It looks sort of like mine, only stockier.
Wow.
It pulls sleds. Isn't that freaking cool? I think mine could have pulled a sled up the hill going after that camel Monday night.
Yeah, he was yeah.
Man. Big Block 402 says, my friend's dad has an international he has $100,000 into.
Yeah, that's.
You can put the money in them.
It don't take long to get into that. I'm talking about $100,000. We just seen $100,000 and it parked on the wall.
Wild Rose wants an Oliver Super 99 with a 371 Detroit.
Man, that's another one that I will own one day, maybe. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
What? Danny Boyd says, ever see the video of that pit bull tearing the bumper cover off a Crown Vic police car? No, but I want to.
I think I have seen that video.
That's pretty cool. Listing at work, Dutch Guy's Garage, one of our no-name 500 guys. It's on YouTube. Yeah, a lot of things are. I'll check it out. I'll look for it. That's pretty cool.
There's a funny story talking about YouTube. We do a lot of road service, and it don't matter for everything from changing a car tire to working on the biggest thing going down the road. And we actually had to go out and put a tire on a crane. And I'll be honest with you, I've put a lot of things on in my life, but put a tire on a crane is not one thing I've ever done before. And we actually watched a YouTube video on how to do that thing.
On the side of the road.
Swear to God, yep.
It's got to be confidence inspiring. You roll up to do road service and say, hey, wait a minute, I got to figure out how to do it. I'll be right back.
I mean, when you roll up to change a tire and you have a service truck, a rollback, and a skid steer, I mean, you know,
Right.
it's not a normal, get your hydraulic jack out in here, let's get after it.
That's it. Yeah, these guys have cleaned up some really interesting wrecks. Why don't you tell them about the one with the oranges? I think that's one of my favorites. That one was just real recently too, wasn't it?
Which one was that?
The one with the oranges you hauled to the dump. The one that you got the ticket for the oranges.
Well, that wasn't in my wreck. That was another company's wreck, and yeah, I got busted for overweight in a roll-off truck. And had to pay a $6,500 overweight ticket in my roll-off truck.
$6,500. You think a speeding ticket's expensive? $6,500.
Yep. And guess what? You don't get to count that on your taxes.
So what is the deal with, you know, wreckers and the scales and what's the story with that supposed to be?
So in the state of Virginia, off the record, you can do about anything you want to. At least we've been pretty fortunate to be able to tow tractor trailer combination and not have to deal with a bunch of mess. And we're exempt from scale houses actually in the state of Virginia. If we go into a neighboring state, they all have different rules and regulations. North Carolina, you know, when you get across the scales down there on 77, if you go past the next exit down there where the truck stop is, they can write you a ticket for overweight, oversized, and impound your stuff. So,
But if your record was, say, your person had one that was not for hire, see, then you probably get
yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of gray areas.
Just Mopar Joe, glad you're here. A cool video on Roadkill Customs page, by the way, of folks who are going to be at the No Name National. It's got just Mopar Joe. It's got Blake in it. Lots of our regular players here. It's fun little video Buzz put together. Check it out. Joe has his car together, and he's spending his time testing. I think that's going to pay off for him. Max Wedge Dick Dastardly. Isn't that a great name?
You don't want to say that 7 times fast.
I broke it? Well, okay. Steel 1.6 rockers? Yeah. Man, aluminum rockers, for whatever reason, I always just thought they were sketchy. I know a lot of people run them, but I've always thought they always bothered me for some reason. Okay, you've been in this shop for what? How long now?
In what shop?
This shop. Like office, what, about 2000?
We're 10 years now.
I was going to say. What's the sketchiest thing you had to roll in here in 10 years?
Oh my God. I can't really even, there's been so many of them. I'm drawing a blank. I'll tell you what, I bought a dump truck. It was another Superliner. The guy had vice grips on the batteries holding it didn't have the battery cables ends on it. It was just naked wire clamped onto it. And then had some of that real junky a yellow rope that I wouldn't even try to tie a bird up with, holding the batteries in. It was like big 4D cat batteries, like hung out of the box. Like, yeah, that was pretty sketch. We called it the Dylan Mac.
Dutch Guy's Garage are testing their No Name Nationals car Sunday. We broke it last week, finding the kinks. Yes, telling you. Get done. Do less than you want to do so that you have time to test what you know you can do. It will pay off. Wouldn't it really be awful to have a $5 problem come up on the 29th of September and you can't do anything about it?
That was one of the biggest things that we talked about on our build, that we kind of figured something really small, something really stupid was going to take us out. We was overthinking frame and all this stuff, and it's always little things that will bite you in the butt. Wild Rose, I'm right there with you. I've seen, actually had a hot shotter in here today that had a 20 model 3500 Dodge, big wedge car trailer, 4 cars on it. So yeah, you don't tell me nothing about that crap.
Ooh, they were launching a broken axle shaft. Well, glad you found the weak link now.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you have hated to have found it on Friday, September 30th? So that's the good way to look at a parts breakage now.
That looks like some of my sled pulling days.
And you broke a lot of stuff.
Oh my God.
He used to sled pull with the truck that he drove daily on the street.
Yeah, we actually went and looked at a couple houses.
Yeah, we went and looked at houses in that thing. So we're going to look at these houses in nice neighborhoods, just rolling coal with a cowbell hanging off the back bumper.
The most distinctive thing I remember is hearing that dual disc clutch bounce off them houses.
Oh yeah. So he come over to my real estate office at 1 in the morning, and you'd hear him pull through the alley with this dual disc metallic clutch sparking and making this noise in the alley at night.
So, have we ever rode any kind of anything during normal hours?
No. We've ridden around your cornfield Cadillac, IHC dump truck.
This place, we actually rode it in a Denny's at like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, we wrote the contract for this place about 2, 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And Denny's showed up in a road tractor for that one. Just normal for him. Smallest thing you drive is that's one Chevy truck. Is it half or 3/4 ton?
It's half-ton truck.
Okay, that's
I finally got it. Everybody picks on me. They say it's my pawpaw truck, but
It is.
I don't care.
Oh, you have that old man square body Chevy that looks like your old man's truck, don't you?
Yeah, so I found that truck on Marketplace, and I was like, I'm gonna mess with everybody. So, and I've always wanted a 3/4 ton. After Dad wouldn't give me his square body, so I went and found that truck. Then everybody thought that was Dad's truck sitting up here, so confused a bunch of people.
Did a bushing change, and now it hooks nasty. Yeah, that does make a big difference. Better than a mom truck.
Oh.
You got to be careful with Danny boy. He has a tendency to kind of go off the rails. He's pretty calm tonight. He's only ever had half tons. Yeah.
He's only had heavy half tons.
Heavy half. Yeah. You know, Dean Stevenson's posts they're kind of cryptic. It's almost like I need a decoder for him sometimes. And there's Ed's machine. Ed, you could be having all kinds of fun like this on a live. Tried to get Ed to do a live one time. We do it on machine topics some Friday. Yes, Danny Boy does save the day with top tier comments. Yes, we're glad to have Danny Boy. I've never heard of it. Don't know what it is. Yeah, I got some stuff I'd like for Ed to machine. Just have to figure out how to do it. I need to see that, Joe. Dizzy Izzy did an impressive burnout. It was moving out. I think I saw the thumbnail for that. Anymore, I get behind on content and have to catch up with it. If you guys haven't seen the premiere I dropped right before this, you need to check it out. You'll see a lot of fun stuff in there from Cory's new Demolition Derby team. The C.D. Hubbard Take No Prisoners wet paint demo derby team.
It happens like that already.
Yeah.
I drove second gear tonight in traffic.
Go for it.
You can't do it around here, though.
It depends what you're driving. There's a difference between can and may. Cory'd love to have property next door just to tear it down, and I've already told him if he gets it to tear it down, I got a Pontiac, I want to drive through it.
No, we're taking the derby car through it.
I'm telling you, I told him I want to drive through it and I'm gonna film it. I'm dead serious. I will do it. I will drive right through. I don't care how many miles an hour it takes. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take down that section of fence, and I bet you that I could get 45 or 50 through there, and I can put a car in one side and out the other.
You know what's bad? She's probably sitting there watching this right now. She's like, "No, he is
That's
not.
great.
Not for sale."
No, that's not what she said. What she'd say if she's watching it, no, you're not going to buy it. That's what you know. That's what she'd say. No.
We better get off that topic.
I don't care. You do know what the probability that she's watching this is, don't you? Okay, How many zeros are there between the decimal and the 1 and the percent?
Oh my God. I'm not gonna add to it.
I mean, I think that she would rather lose a finger on purpose than probably watch content, but that's all right.
Shoo.
Make sure you go to get a demo permit. Yeah, you're real into that, aren't you? Now, you did do all the channels over in Pulaski, tearing the building down.
Actually, you need more than just a demo permit. I found out when the Osho lady showed up. So,
don't you have asbestos cert?
Yeah, I have my. I don't have my full thing, but I'm really legal. I can really do it. I just have to have a what do you call that? I have to have a 40-hour
a Sunday.
A 40 hours. Them damn excavators run better on Sundays, you know it, don't you?
Yeah, they do. What you need is you need the building inspector to take vacation. That's what you need.
No, what was funny was watching the Osho lady out there, circling around, and she stops across the train tracks. In John's video, you can actually, there's a train going by. She actually walks across the train tracks with her reflective on to go over and give me crap about tearing a building down that was on my property and my machine on it. So,
if you want to see the building getting torn down, go to my. I got a video about the free 18.
Yeah.
What's better than a 318? A free 18.
Yeah.
It's a fun video. All my videos are fun. If they're not fun, why do them? Why do videos that aren't fun?
I still don't understand why you took that one piece of video of me sitting there in an excavator, leaned up on that stone wall, and I'm on the phone half the time.
Because that's what you do.
Oh my God.
That's what you do. You multitask with the phone, and people wait for you while you're running the excavator, while you play switchboard operator. You handle phones more than Sarah from the Andy Griffith Show. Don't even tell me.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, Osho did come, and they give us a wrath of crap, and I did not get shut down though, and actually got to tear the building down, and it did have asbestos in it. We did dispose of it properly.
On a Sunday.
No, we did it on a whatever day. It was a
weekday. He did all that right.
So
Dan, Ed's Machine actually is asking, what's the link for CD Hubbard? You're looking at it. He didn't do anything on YouTube. He needs a YouTube channel.
Yeah, I don't. We've talked about it for years.
I could do a reality show YouTube channel from right here. I would have daily content. None of his guys wanted to be on here tonight, and I don't know why. They're all scared. I don't get it. So what? How much laundry can one person have to do?
I'll be honest with y'all, John, me and him's been on a couple of different videos together.
Yeah.
There was an interview video he done, what did we say, 2 years ago?
Yeah, it's been a few years ago. I may cut that up, put some fresh content on this channel, but we used to edit a podcast and did a video here of his operation with his wreckers and all of that stuff. You can check that out. I might put the link up to that after this. He's been in the free 18 video, the demo derby video. It seems like there's one I'm forgetting in there, but he's been in some of my stuff periodically. It's just a lot of fun.
It is. I mean, it's daily life, but I mean, there's a whole lot of highlights of it.
Yeah, he could do a good channel, but I try to just get as much of his stuff on my channel as possible. So when he told me he was finally doing a derby car, I'm like, yep, we got to get that.
Yeah, Max, this asbestos, it wasn't friable, so it wasn't like airborne. It was more in the roofing tar and caulk and stuff like that. So it wasn't like, like what's wrapped around most of your water pipes and stuff like that. So we got pretty lucky on that deal.
Oh, don't tempt him, Danny Boyd. Don't tempt him. AHRA sanctioned demo derbies.
Wow.
Joe says asbestos for the rest of us. Okay. Kind of like the ring of that. That's a good commercial, right?
I mean, you know.
I can hear that put into a jingle, can't you?
Yeah.
Mopar Den says John Wilbur just doesn't make good videos. I agree with that. Mine are terrible. He also makes other people's videos good. Well, you know, whatever. I try to help or hinder or whatever it is I do.
John's a hell of a guy.
Depends who you ask, I guess.
I'll just tell you that right now.
Well, I'll tell you, I've only had one person ask me to go with him at 11, 12 o'clock at night to pick up a hydraulic hose in the bushes in front of a freight liner in Northern Virginia. And
here we go.
And we got it, yeah. Yeah, it's always some weird odd hour fun thing. Yeah, I remember you started out working out of this little doll. I call it the dollhouse. The thing was like a storage shed, little tiny storage shed, like push mower storage shed. You made an office in it.
Yeah, well, that was just my office. So we actually had a regular elaborate shop. It was 30 by 40. It was down there at the farm.
Yeah, that's the office of the shop.
Metal Carnage checked in.
Metal Carnage. Hey, good to see you guys. We premiered the video, and you got a lot of time in it just by luck of the draw. Check that out. We premiered it right before this live. How was the Derby experience for each of us? Well, I thought it was great. First one I've ever filmed. I haven't been to too many. That's the first one I've ever filmed. I thought it was great. It was a blast.
I had a lot of fun. Like I said, I learned a lot. I guess we may go to another one.
Yeah, I like getting to meet you guys, and I'm sure, I mean, the car is in as same shape it was when you took it, except the paint's dry, so arguably it's better now.
It probably is.
It's probably better now. And when he goes back, hopefully he'll give me a heads up and we can do some more filming of any improvements to the car and all that kind of thing.
I got out here in the parking lot yesterday and kicked it around a little bit, so I actually crawled in it for the first time.
Oh man, so that would have been a good video in itself, a short of you trying to get in that thing.
Well, Jesse, my buddy, he made fun of me because I actually ripped my shirt, ripped my pants trying to get my broad ass in that car. So, but it did fit, and I did make it work.
Cory's not a small guy. I'd like to see you crawling into that four-door window trying to get in that thing.
August 13th in Newcastle will be the next one.
August 13th, okay.
I'll have to tell everybody to stock up on Tylenol before that.
You know, I might be able to do that actually. If y'all wind up doing it, let me know. This Mopar Joe popped up the link for Metal Carnage TV. They're also linked below that video. Cool guys. I just thought that was neat. They really represented. We were watching back your footage, and man, you guys don't mess around.
No.
I like it. I like it.
No, they didn't.
No. And if you want to see those guys, they'll be in Newcastle August 13th. Bad Tree's asking, ever try Combine Demolition Derby?
I've seen them on YouTube, obviously, but I've never seen it. I've actually watched some of like the truck demolition derbies, the pickup truck stuff, and that's pretty interesting.
Colleen, thanks for coming by if you make it back. And we got to give a shout out to Mopar Den. Thank you so much. I appreciate your generosity. You know, super chats go right back in the channel. And so I keep them kind of in a queue. I've not actually tapped into them. I've been just saving them for channel content, but every one of those contributes to the infrastructure. I mean, they pay for everything we use, you know, cameras, lights, all that stuff, anything we do in the field. So I appreciate it. Yeah, I know. Thanks, man. Mopar Den is a great guy. Great guy. I see him at Carlisle, and we'll see him again at Sykeston. Metal Carnage, got to subscribe. Yeah, I subscribe to him too. Neat content. Ed subscribed to Metal Carnage. Yes, check those guys out.
Dean, yeah, that's me. He's on the same page. You need to come and speak to my guys down here about that crap. That's awesome.
Dean got it going on, doesn't he?
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's it. Figure 8. Yeah, you know, there's all kinds of different forms of racing and such. Yeah, Bad Tree says that Combine Derby's a thing around here. I guess. He lives in Iowaville.
Yeah, I can see it being up there.
Yeah.
You don't see many combines down this way. Yeah, it was good meeting y'all too.
What other motorsports are y'all into? What about you? What other motorsports are you into?
I don't really want to bore y'all to death, but
Well, they're already bored. That's why they're here.
oh, okay. Well, I guess you know we've been a little bit of everything. Like I said, we started out with tractor pulling, antique tractor pulling, then went to diesel trucks and started off with that, and started off with basically a stock 24 valve Cummins and P-pumped it, done everything to it, cracked the block on it, and then went to Common Rail 6.7 Cummins. It was pretty nasty little truck. I mean, ain't nothing crazy, but it made right at 1,400 on the crank. No gas or nothing, just straight fuel and turbo. Which actually we still have it. It's up there in the barn. But
Think you'll ever resurrect a pulling truck?
pulling is just went to crap, and I'd love to sell it just to see somebody else do something with it. But
Joe's asking, can we run the super tires like the demo cars running the burnout contest? I'll say this, if anybody's gotten inspired to do that, we need to talk, because the last thing we want to do is tear up the pavement. Larry Jeffers does not want torn up pavement. I mean, any rule we have has a reason, believe me.
Dakota, I've seen trains run into each other more than what I'd like to see, and that is a lot of carnage, I will tell you that.
Danny Boyd says it sounds like some racers driving by out there. What is all that racket out there?
Well, you got the main road, which is basically take a rock and hit the main road out here from our shop.
Yeah.
So.
He's right on the corner of routes 111 in Dublin, Virginia, where Volvo is, which is a huge heavy truck manufacturing place, very close to Volvo.
Yep. North America truck plant is 3 miles from here. And actually, that truck sitting right there belongs to Volvo.
So Volvo builds them new.
Yep.
Swift puts a bad driver in. He puts the truck over the guardrail, and you pick it up. There's the life cycle, all of this one town.
And it's just amazing how it works out.
Dakota, you can actually see trains crashing into each other on YouTube. There is video of that. Steam locomotives, full speed. They used to do crazy stuff like that. Yes, I think Dakota does want ultimate carnage. Well, check out Metal Carnage TV. That's a neat channel. I checked them out. Nice guys, and I love the show they put on over there. They were not there to make parade laps. They were there to bring home scrap.
I kind of made a crack on the front wheel drive cars, but I'm gonna tell you, them boys,
Yeah.
they let it all hang out. The big boys, you can't really, you can't move it so much in that arena over there. But the front wheel drive cars,
He found a lane.
Jesus Christ, them boys. I'd say the next morning, them boys were hurting.
Yeah, I'm giving him the award for the hardest hitter at that event, for sure. RC Industry, thanks for coming by, man. Appreciate you. I already put up the link for Metal Carnage TV. By the way, Bad Tree, I believe you have your premiere here, counting down within the hour on your premiere on Bad Tree's channel, so check that out. Make sure to check them out. You got the Mad Dog Award.
That's really no surprise there.
Yeah. Those of you who might have cycled in later, those guys were in my premiere on his demo derby video. A lot of fun. See, I like the community here. They all talk to each other and greet one another. It's so nice.
Yep.
All right, what else we need to do tonight? We watched our premiere. Kind of a slow Friday. Don't have any No Name Nationals updates today. Going to have a bunch next weekend. I'm going to be down there with Dallas August 5th through the 9th. We got a lot of stuff going on. That's going to be a big deal. Lots of stuff to see and do. A lot of big stuff going to happen. Big update.
Good deal.
Yeah, so here's the premiere special Red Light Ricky episode. Yeah, these are quite characters. You'd like this community. Dakota says, I bet bumming train rides will get views. We'll go try it. You know what? This morning, I had somebody try to bum $1 off me, bum a cigarette off of me, ask me what time it was, and, you know, it was just unusual here. It was bizarre, speaking of bumming. Got on the bus, made it half a block, got kicked off the bus. Don't know what was going on there. And there was some dude trolling around in this white Pontiac with no muffler trying to pick her up. And I think he got denied by the bus, so I was kind of rooting for him. Dakota says, I think I pass on that. Pardon me, sir, do you have any Grey Poupon? Is that the rest of that?
Trespassing really is the best crime.
Yeah, well, you know.
Well, I mean, you know, y'all have one video, or you have that one video of you trespassing.
Yeah.
Look at that motor. So.
Well, you wasn't trespass. They had permission of the owner, but they had that cross tape. It's a challenge, all right?
Yeah.
But you know, trespassing is where a lot of the best stuff is found.
Yeah, then there's some stuff that you find that you wish you hadn't found.
Indeed, there is. Yes. Sometimes on home inspections.
No clue. I know nothing about them.
You know what? I wonder if I saved that. I wonder if I saved that. I probably didn't. But if I did, let me see if I saved that. I got a question for Cory.
Oh.
Really? Did I not? Maybe I didn't. Anyway, I found something on a home inspection that was not a toilet brush, despite what the inspector thought. Max Wedge, Dick Dastardly, $2 super chat. Thanks a bunch, man. I appreciate you. Dakota, I may have done a little trespassing in my youth. Dakota's 18.
Huh.
Talking about, when was your youth, Dakota? May? Dakota, honest to goodness, I think the socks I'm wearing are as old as you. I really think they are.
That's just kind of gross.
I'm serious. These are some old cotton gold toes that are pretty rough. They might be as old as him.
I'll go with what you said there about trespassing. The third time it's trespassing. If that's true, then I'm probably in damn good shape for a while.
Just Mopar Joe, is the line coming from the transmission vacuum line? Ford transmission should have a vacuum line to the modulator valve. That's one of those bad idea things of theirs. Daddy's Money Garage said, somebody say trespassing. I felt a disturbance in the force. I know that my dad and his brother climbed the walls into that fort in St. Augustine, Florida, when they were kids, and climbed into that thing, up that wall.
I'm gonna tell you right now, we went to St. Augustine many years ago. Look at a heavy wrecker down there one night, And we drove straight down, looked at the record, and found it was a turd. And I drove straight back. There was not a damn thing in that town that interested me.
But see, St. Augustine's the kind of place you'll just go on a whim.
And I did. It was, you know, 10, 12-hour trip straight down, 10, 12 hours straight back. So, but.
Kind of a light evening, light crowd. Not much going on tonight.
Everybody must be at the Hank Williams
Yeah,
concert.
no, it's just kind of a slow night tonight. Kind of a slow night.
Probably one of the most famous YouTubers of all right now, old Whistling Diesel. Everybody talks about him pretty highly.
Whistling Diesel. Yes, Daddy's Money Garage, as nobody knows, he went to the lake with Whistling Diesel.
Oh, okay.
You know that there are 7.5 billion people in the world, and you're one of the 5 who didn't know that he went to the lake with Whistling Diesel?
I didn't get that.
All right, Austin, there you go. There are 4 left. We found you one of the 5 who were left. I'm wearing my favorite Whistling Diesel shirt. Which one is that? The one he rolled around on and sent you unwashed? Which one would that be?
Does he still make videos?
Hey man, you don't have to put out a huge quantity of videos. I think he put out something that said he spent like $300,000 on the last few that he made. So who knows what he destroyed and knows.
He just actually dropped one, I think, 2 days, 2 or 3 days ago.
Yeah. Yeah, more power to him. I don't like him destroying classic stuff, but, you know.
He did a whole thing on that explaining some of that stuff. And some of that stuff, you know, some of the trucks and stuff he destroys, you know, you kind of look at him and you're like, man, that's kind of sucks, but I don't know.
I don't know what you're talking about there, Austin. The $50 one with electronic verification tag. That just
Shows
sounds,
it's genuine work.
just sounds complicated to me. Them poor Nissans. Nissans are the most soulless cars on earth. I mean, who cares? Those are derby fodder.
I don't know. Nissan make pretty good pickup trucks, though. Or is that, are we talking about something else?
You want to revoke my man cards or something? Did you? What, could you not afford a Kia Soul? So my gosh, man. You switching teams on us? What's up with that?
Man, I ain't gonna lie to you.
No, don't tell me something that's just gonna make my head hurt.
It probably will. So, I had a guy I worked for one time in the garbage business. He had a diesel Chevy Love truck, and he would send me to go get diesel in the Chevy Love truck. The truck run on the road. He's like, when you're filling them cans up, you have a little extra room. Just put that off-road fuel in the pickup truck for me. So.
I agree, but they were Skylines. So, okay, here's something I don't get. I'm not into Nissans. I don't care what kind they are, what kind of badge it is, how uppity it is. You know what that's like? The Nissan Skyline is different from the Nissan. That's like these Hyundai Genesis owners that act like they drive something else. You know what I mean? You drive a Hyundai. Okay? That's all there is to that. There is not anything else.
Mofar Dan, he says, let's make a circle. It's story time. I'm trying not to bore y'all.
That's
really
all you do is derail stuff, Austin. That's what you're good at. Make a circle, it's story time. Well, yeah, I mean, this guy one time wanted me to put a clutch in his Nissan truck. He was an old dude. The truck only had 50,000 miles on it. I said, needs a clutch already? He said, yeah, I was told it needed a clutch. He said, somebody told me it needed a clutch. Why in the world does it need a clutch? I listened to this guy back out of his driveway, and I mean, it was about 3,500 RPM at 1 mile an hour back out of the driveway. Like, well, now I know why it needs a clutch.
Wow.
Yeah. If he'd done it at night, I would have ducked down to see if it was glowing red, at the bell housing.
This one dude, he is all about some train steel. Jesus Christ, son.
Dakota, yeah.
That's like the 6th or 7th time he's talked about these damn trains.
Go to YouTube and watch for train crashes. They actually have old 1900s train wrecks where people got actual videotape of steam locomotives running into each other. You'll love it.
Dan's up there talking about how to pronunciate.
Austin, that thing to me is a glorified beer can. I don't care what tag is on it. It means nothing to me.
Wow. Stealing somebody's punchline there. This thing means nothing to me.
Oh no, I didn't even think about that. Now that you see this truck means nothing. That's right. This truck means nothing to me. I was talking about the Skyline, but okay.
Da-da-da.
This is Dakota's brother, Sand Mountain Ballistics.
Oh,
those guys, their old man has a Ford 8N tractor with a flathead V8 in it.
that was
pretty
actually, was it a Sherman conversion to get those, but you actually couldn't get them. I know a guy one time put a Chrysler 360 or something in a 8.4. I never understood that.
Yeah, I don't understand any of that stuff there, Austin. Whatever people want to do. Skyline is the Ricer Holy Grail. Skyline equals Nissan equals Rice equals Honda equals to. It's like the Supra thing. I don't get it. If that's what you're into, that's fine. I don't get it. I don't get any of that stuff. Colleen made it back. Well, believe me, you haven't missed anything. You see it.
Damn.
I know. It's been a slow, goofy old Friday night.
That's funny. Go down one. Go ahead.
My friend Craig.
Go and borrow that one.
GTR, no one cared nearly as much. Okay. Yeah. Sure. Dakota, you should do that. You should go live and have that chat. Make sure people know that you are 18 to keep the weirdos out.
Oh, God.
Drag Pack Merc. Boy, there's a guy with a cool car. Slow night question. What's the difference between a Hemi Cuda and 5 trash bags full of recyclable cans? I don't even want to know the answer to that. Yeah, so this is Joe. Okay, this is what I was thinking of. That's not a brush.
Oh. Okay then.
Yeah, Joe, I got to tell you about an inspection I went to a couple days ago. Don't let me forget.
Metal Carnage, I'm pretty sure y'all, yeah. I'm pretty sure everything that y'all had up there at night was.
I don't have
red
any
amber,
food in my garage. '71 and older, my favorite vehicles. I believe, and it was Uncle Tony DeFeo said it. 1970 is like the high water mark of all automotive engineering, and the best cars pretty much are found the decade each side.
Yeah.
I completely agree with that. I believe that was the peak. That's when they did everything they could do for the car, and they started doing everything for the government and crash standards and fuel economy and aerodynamics and making them cheap and all this stuff. But that was like the pinnacle of evolution for the car getting better.
Yeah.
Barracudas are overrated. Wish the price would come down. You have what, three Barracudas there? They are to Barracudas what I am to darts. Difference is theirs all run.
What's your shirt say?
I'm not sure. Hey, tell you what, I have some scrap that runs. Need to have more darts that run. I'm out in the Sport Fury for the first time in a month and a half. You know what he did in his Sport Fury? He did the old start the automatic transmission and gear thing. Because he has one with a rear pump. About freaked him out that it actually worked. They have 4 Barracudas. .268 still in the junkyard. Okay. The flathead is toast, but it's on a 22-inch power deck. Okay. Dakota says free stuff is the best stuff.
I'll go along with that.
Yep, that's quite possible. I'm sitting on a transmission jack, by the way. It's about as comfortable as riding that demo derby car.
Well, I mean, you need to explain to them that's not just like a 750-pound jack. That's a 2,200-pound big truck.
It's necessary for me.
And I'm sitting in a air ride seat out of one of our wreckers that on the bottom, and I'm sitting with a floor mat underneath my butt. So.
Okay. Was that the one the guy puked all over?
Yes. Or he pooped in it or something. I don't know what happened. We actually had to pull the seat out of the truck because it stunk so bad.
And you kept the seat why?
Well, because the bottom was the only thing that was stained. We threw it away.
Oh, God. So you mean you had somebody go full fecal blender in that seat, and you just kept it because, you know.
You know how expensive truck seats are?
I have a friend that would trade the truck like on the side of the road before he'd get back in it.
Man, come on now.
Okay. Okay, now you got to tell. Okay, so tell us the rest of that story. How that seat got that way. How'd that wind up in your shop?
So one of my drivers went and picked a fleet customer up, and the driver's over here just kind of acting retarded, and he's like, "Man, are you all right?" And he said, "I don't know," and I don't remember if he pooped on himself or he barfed on himself, whatever. He had to stop and get a can of Lysol on the way in. I know that.
We'll see you, Wild Rose. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, that's. I could never get over that. I don't think any amount of cleaning would ever fix that in my mind.
Probably the worst smell I ever did have in this shop was it was a Volvo, and it was a little foreign dude driving it, and he was eating sunflower seeds and was spitting them back into the dash, and so they was running back down the heater vent back underneath the floor mat, and we had to go and pull it up to do some work on it on the wiring, and they was actually growing in there. They was actually turning green. And, yep.
Has anyone ever tried the Thompson Performance Power Blast plates? What are those? I don't even know what that is.
I thought it was a nitrous plate or something.
Don't know. Differential oil just doesn't bother me. Yeah, it's pungent. The worst is when someone burns up an automatic transmission, like really roasts the clutches. I think that's worse than gear oil.
Hey, I got one of them.
You do. Want to go through it?
I mean, I've been more glad to be standby.
Get a kit. We'll do it. It's a TH350.
I don't know what it is.
It's a TH. It's a Buick Olds Pontiac version TH350. I'm pretty sure. He probably just roasted the clutches in it.
You almost smell something pretty bad. You ought to smell tractor trailer fire. That's probably one of the worst smells. Or chocolate. Chocolate that burns in tractor trailer fire is nasty smell.
See, you wouldn't think that, but
No. But when the bees come out the next day and start trying to attack you for it.
worse than burning brakes or clutch. Yes, no, maybe. Oh, there are plates machined to go on a carburetor and break up the gas to make it more snappy. There have been all kinds of plates tried to do that, and it's kind of a very custom thing to get benefit out of those, according to Andy Wood. What? What?
Wow. That's
See,
what's up.
there's reason number 178 to not go to New York. Right there. That's where he is.
That's what's up.
Metal Carnage, thanks for stopping by. We appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for swinging in. Check out the video if you get a chance. You guys got a lot of time in that video. Oh my gosh, this live has just completely gone off the rails. I'm just
hilarious.
Yeah,
I go along with.
I'd have been better off if we'd had a stroke about 10 minutes ago than to stick around for this part of the live.
Jesus Christ.
Look at that. We lost about 6 people watching when I posted that. This live has
I don't know if we're gonna recover from that.
dumpster fodder.
Oh Jesus.
No, we can't outdo that at all.
And then the next one right down there, the beauty of the steel floor. Oh, this is hilarious.
We almost did have a dumpster fire in that video we premiered, literally.
Yeah, I don't think the roll-off man would have been too happy about his dumpster burning.
Yeah. Nor the landlord.
He's an asshole anyway.
When are you going to buy those apartments just so you can make all the noise you want over there?
In the video, John really didn't zoom in there on it, but it was 12:30 when we fired that car up.
Yes.
And we ran it for a good 10 or 15 minutes.
Open headers.
And it wasn't like, 1,000, 1,100. And how we didn't get, and then the other thing is the state police headquarters is right on the other side of the shop. So we didn't get no visitors for nothing.
Sound Mountain Ballistics. Moral of the story, don't give strangers rides. Yes. Strangers will do terrible things to your car. Yeah, this live has just completely gone off the rails. It's just gone insane.
Oh, that's funny. No burnouts in the parking lot there.
No burnouts in the parking lot. You have a good parking lot for doing burnouts at the shop where the Derby car is.
Yeah, that was our plan. We was actually going to go out there and just turn it loose.
Let's do it.
Well, we kind of ran out of time.
When are we going to do it?
I don't want to break nothing now. It works.
Come on. Let's go out there and do some donuts in it. I'll ride shotgun and film it. You can drive it or vice versa, whatever. I don't care.
Where you going to ride, on the battery?
Yeah.
Or on the fuel tank?
I'll get between that battery and fuel tank. For that, you bet I will. I'll make that happen.
That's hilarious.
You don't think I'm kidding. Well, you should know I'm not kidding. If anyone's contemplating switching to LED bulbs in an older car, they will not work. You can make them work, but to me, that's one of the coolest things about older cars is not having LED bulbs. So now here we go. So we've now gone to a much better question than cutting calves in half and all this other stuff. So beans and chili or no? Down in y'all's parts. Yes.
Yes.
Chili is supposed to have beans.
Yep.
Only 9 Saturdays until the No Name Nationals. You are correct. I'm assuming I haven't counted. 62 days. That's what I'm going by. If I was there, I'd do some donuts in my Mustang.
You ought to just do them anyways and film it and send it to us.
Yeah, why not?
Do not use LEDs in any warning lamps. They can mess things up.
You know what the best thing to do with a warning lamp is? Cut the wire to it and never think about it again.
That's what's up.
Yeah, man. Beans unless on a hot dog. Did everybody just decide to just switch medications for fun before this life? I just kind of wondered. I mean, well, look at this stuff. Look at this stuff.
What?
This is absolutely insane tonight. This is absolutely insane tonight.
Oh, it's hilarious.
And then, you know, you have Colleen who's just asking an honest question and gets assaulted with all these things you can't unsee.
I just wanted to bright brake lights on the dark.
You can't unsee them.
Oh, that's hilarious.
See, look. Yeah. Cheers, right? All right, guys, we're going to wrap up a little early tonight. Been a crazy day. I actually didn't get any sleep because, and I'm not even really sleepy, but I didn't get any sleep because the only way I can really edit a video is to have no interruptions and just do it through the night. It's the only way I can do it because my phone pretty much goes nuts from between about 7 a.m. till about 1:30 in the morning every day. Because I got people on both coasts and all the time, every day, and got to be when my dog's asleep, got to be when things are calm. So I stayed up really late getting this video edited so I could just stay in the mode and get it done. That's all I have to do. I'll do all of them. That's why I don't do too many of them. Chicken and beans? Well, chicken and beans is kind of weird. You know what? There's a lot of things that work with beef. And then when they decided to just substitute chicken, it got really weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not into any of that.
I like that.
I'm not into any of that.
Max, I've seen. Yeah, I've been right there with you, especially ABS lights in the big truck world. Yeah, what's real funny is don't know if some of y'all know it or not, but you know, you have ABS lights on the side of the trailers and stuff. I've seen people take them and convert them into marker lights so DOT won't mess with it.
That is great.
And they take the ABS sticker off.
That is great.
Yeah. They're like, oh, it's supposed to be on.
See, that tech tip right there was worth coming to this live. That is the
I don't know about
best
that.
idea. That is the best idea. That is the best idea. See, look at this stuff. It's like everybody's on drugs tonight.
Chicken and watermelon.
What is that?
Wow. Shots fired.
Fun.
So I think you kind of like it. Dean likes it.
Yeah. Oh, man. Welcome to Bill France's life. No thanks.
He was NASCAR.
Yeah.
Getting a little heat there this week too, I think.
Yeah, I can't keep up. Yeah, we'll get a quick plug in for this. We'll shut her down a little early. We've had a really long day. Don't forget 9 p.m. Central, which is 10 Eastern. Ricky makes his red lighting appearance on Bad Tree Productions premiere tonight. Heathens Assemble. So make sure to check that out. Dean Stevenson says the best landlord ever. Guess it depends who you ask. I just had to evict a tenant. But she better say I was the best landlord ever. She got a judgment she hadn't paid.
Now we moved from tea to Kool-Aid.
Yeah. Something wrong with fried chicken and watermelon? No, not at all. Nope, sounds good actually.
Pretty sure after this we're going to hit a Waffle House anyway. So.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. He may even behave this time.
We won't talk about that.
Give y'all 10 guesses. What's the loudest sound in a Waffle House?
And it ain't the waffle hitting the plate either, boys.
Well, maybe figuratively. Maybe figuratively.
Never ate at Waffle House before. Jesus Christ. Turn your man card in.
Go for the fight. Stay for the food.
Some of the best fights I ever did see was at Waffle House.
Yeah, right.
Waffle House.
They probably have the Zaxby's. Zaxby's is disgusting.
Don't know what it is.
Oh. Okay, imagine if somebody had hired Dollar General Market to make cost-cutting measures on a low-budget chicken franchise, you'd have Zaxby's.
10-4.
It's I've eaten there twice. Once to say, man, it was bad, and the other to say,
yeah,
maybe it was isolated. It wasn't. It was just as disgusting the second time through. With my luck, there's one person who's in Zaxby's corporate watching this, and I don't care. That's fine. I mean, I don't. Hey, I'm not criticizing which dumpster you get your chicken out of. Fights are done with firearms at my local office. Well, yeah. And if someone brings a fight to me, it's going to get done that way too. I'm not into losing fights. I don't start them, and I'm not just gonna, take my chances.
I'm probably like the best fights I ever did see up there was two drunk guys, and it started inside Waffle House. Went all the way across a 4-lane highway, a major 4-lane highway, and wound up inside the truck stop across the road.
I like this when there's a lack of context.
So I'm talking about the time.
Yeah. Stay away from the malfunction indicator light or there'll be trouble. Let me tell you. Okay. So my friend Thomas, he's the biggest worrywart on earth about lights on his dashboard. And I absolutely don't. There is no light on that dashboard. Unless there's like a 1,000 lumen flashlight shining in my eyes from the dash. There's nothing I care about on that dashboard. Nothing. And it bothers my friend Thomas endlessly. Like, he'll work on ABS and he'll replace all these sensors and all this stuff till the light's doing what it's supposed to do. One time he had a check engine light that kept coming on, and this guy had probably spent a week looking for everything he could. I said, here's the way you fix it. Clip the wire and quit looking at it. The check engine light has been on in the Assault CRV ever since I got it. It's been on for almost 200,000 miles that I've had. It's got 330,000. That light's been on for over 6 years. It's never gone off. I couldn't care less. It still gets the same 29 miles to gallon. I've never had any trouble. It runs great. Who cares about that light?
That's right.
I've heard they'll actually flunk cars state inspection. You go to places like New Jersey for lights on the dashboard.
New York.
New York, yeah,
New York, you can't have check engine light on because of emissions.
Yeah. Anyway, now we're talking about bumming train rides and reffing hobo fights on a train cart.
This Dakota kid, he's off the rail tonight.
He's something, isn't he?
Yeah, he's wide open.
We like Dakota. We're going to wrap it up. Been a long day. Need to get something to eat.
Free face cocaine. Oh, Jesus Christ. Speaking of cocaine, that guy stopped over here earlier.
What? Which guy?
It's a joke, John.
I'm going to say. That's why black tape was made. I'm telling you, if I had a book about how to fix a check engine light, that's exactly, I've got to have several ways. You can put black tape over it, you can cut the wire, take the bulb out,
so
shoot it.
Speaking of black tape, I'm going to tell y'all a quick story here. If you go back and watch the Derby video, John showing the weld on the dry shaft. The guy that welded that shaft is actually the boy that drove that car. And we actually took the old shaft apart. It actually was bolted together. Keep in mind, this was the dry shaft. It was bolted together. They had took Gorilla Tape in 3 different spots and had wrapped the shaft in this Gorilla Tape and it like pressed to fit type of stuff. And so we actually had to burn through some of it to weld it. That's why the weld looks like crap. So Gorilla Tape is no joke, guys. It will actually work really good for dry shaft repair.
I'm all about Gorilla Tape. I'm all about trying to exceed things purpose like that. Yeah, Danny Boyd had electrical tape over the seatbelt light in the old cars. That is the highest and best comment of the entire live. We can't do any better than that tonight. So with that, we'll sign off. Thanks, guys. I want to thank my mods. They've been in and out tonight. Joe, Blake. Don't know if I saw Andy in here. Oh, he was on the premiere, I think. Fubar the Axe, Ari. Didn't see Buzz. Buzz got plans tonight, I guess. That's cool. I'm going to be live with Dallas this upcoming Friday, the August 5th. I'll be down there. Lots of No Name Nationals updates and stuff going on that weekend. That's going to be one to check and see. Lots of fun stuff in the works. Just wrote some big checks for some cool stuff, and you're going to see them on the channel soon. So with that, we'll sign out. I'll see you guys later. Y'all have a great Friday evening.
Thank y'all.
Later.